Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another reaction video. It's time again for Rome, Season 1, episode number 11. We're almost at the end of the season. The previous episode I thought was a really good one. This was the scene where we saw Julius Caesar being, well, you could say crowned, but he wasn't crowned, of course, but he's not a king or anything, but he was given the title of dictator for the period of 10 years. I think this is where the show diverts a little bit from reality, because he was given that title before. He was given the 10-year stretch. They gave it to him before in smaller time bits. I wrote it all down here. So yeah, he was what we saw on the show. That's 46 BC. He was made dictator for 10 years. So that's where we are in the show now. He gets assassinated in 44 BC, so only 2 more years to go before he's assassinated. So maybe in this episode or the final one of the season. But even before that, before what we saw on the show, they given him the 10 years stretch. Even during the Civil War with Pompey Magnus, he was given that title of dictator several times, but for smaller periods, not 10 years or anything. So, yeah, I think they left that out maybe to, it's cool, they reached that stage now where we see Caesar has this kind of unlimited power. And, if they mention it that he had it before, maybe it takes the weight off it a little bit, or it gets a bit too confusing. But, yeah, so what we saw in the previous episode, that was 46 BC. And in 44 BC, the year he was assassinated, he was made dictator perpetuo. Sorry, my Latin is what used to be, which is basically translated into dictator in perpetuity, or dictator for life. And that was his final title. And this was actually what led to his assassination, because, yeah, many senators were alarmed by this, the fact that he was given that title for the rest of his life. I think a lot of them, they were against it because, Rome was a republic at that point. They got rid of the system of kings and everything. And they took pride in the fact that they were a republic. They were elected officials. They had the mandate of the people because they were elected by the people. Of course, there's a lot of corruption. And, in the end, what politicians still do today, they do what they want. They all have the promises. And once they're in office, they forget about all those promises and they do what they want. So, but yeah, there was a republic in place. People were elected in positions, and Caesar's power grew more and more and more. And they could maybe live with giving him the title of dictator for a couple of years. 10 years is a long time, but even that maybe. But to give it to him for the rest of his life, that was a bit too much for a lot of people. And beside that, he was dictator for life, or dictator for 10 years, but he had also a lot of power beside that, because you had in Roman political system, it's very difficult. We don't really have the time to go into that. Now you have a lot of positions. You have magistrates, you have consuls, you have praetors, you have, like I said, dictators, you have a whole bunch of them. And he had several other titles and powers besides the fact that he was a dictator. Yeah, for one of them, he was the commander of all Roman armies, so no other magistrate could overrule him. He had authority over all the other magistrates as well, including consuls and praetors. So he was, the chief power, maybe the chief of staff, or the highest form of power, president. Maybe. He had control of legislation, so he could propose laws and even make sure that they were passed through the Senate. This gave him, of course, really a lot of power, so he could do whatever he wanted, basically. His influence over the Senate grew and grew and grew. The Senate was mostly put in place to directing policies. They made laws, they passed laws, and made sure they came into place. But under Caesar, it gradually evolved in a body that approved his decisions. That's basically what they did, because he had all the power. So they weren't directing policy anymore, they were approving his power. And if they didn't go along with him, he could just replace them, because, like I said, he had that power. Because one of his powers was the appointment powers. He, allowing him to fill many offices and influence provincial governorships. He could just put people wherever he wanted them. If people were supporters of him, he could place them anywhere that he wanted to. He had great judicial authority, giving him an enormous influence over legal matters. He had veto-proof authority, so he could basically do whatever he wanted. And dictatorship is not something that was new to Caesar. It happened before. Even way before Caesar, when Caesar even wasn't born yet. But mostly those dictators' positions, they were given out for like 6 months, or when the Republic faced a certain crisis, like a big war or anything, they gave power to one person to get them out of the war. And once the crisis ended, the dictator always stepped down. And with Caesar, that was not the case. He would never step down, because eventually in 44 BC he was given dictatorship for life. And that's what led to his assassination. And besides being dictator and having all those powers that I just mentioned, he always was Pontifex Maximus, which is the chief priest. You have a lot of priestesses, of course, a lot of cults for the different gods. He was the chief one. He overruled everybody on that department as well. He had great power in that department. He had control over elections. So his powers were vast and very, he was very powerful. And, I think people nowadays, we have a tendency to romanticize Julius Caesar. He was, if you talk about Julius Caesar, oh man, he's a great guy. He crossed the Rubicon. He did this. He defeated Gaul. He did but in fact, he was a dictator. And dictator nowadays is sort of position that we don't really like anymore, because it's somebody who has absolute and control power. People like Saddam Hussein pop into your mind, Gaddafi, people like that. But I don't think Caesar was any different than that. He maybe didn't really rule with violence and under the threat of murder and torture and everything. He didn't really do that, but he did have the same powers. He was the absolute ruler of Rome. So, if you look at that from a senator, Senate member perspective, I could very, imagine why they were afraid of him and wanted to get rid of him. I think they didn't really do the right thing. Murder is never good, but I don't think they saw any other way out to get rid of him. They took the most drastic measure and they murdered him. So that was what the episode was about last time. We saw him giving the powers. They had like a big parade when he came in and everything. He was in a golden armor. He had his face painted and everything. So, even though he's not a king, he's not an emperor, because the position of emperor didn't exist at that point. Octavian, that we see on the show as well, he becomes the first emperor, and the Emperor Augustus, that's what his name is at that point. But he had all those powers. So for the rest of the episode, we also saw, which was pretty tragic, Titus Pullo. He very much fell in love with Eirene, the slave girl that he found, and he was working in the household of Lucius Vorenus, and he fell in love with her, and he convinced Lucius Vorenus to free her. He borrowed some money from Vorenus, and they went to the office. They freed her, and then I think he wanted to propose to her, marry her, but then when she learned that she was freed, he was very happy, and she hugged him and everything, and he gave her a dress. Then she walked off because she wanted to try on the dress, and then some other slave guy came out, and he was, oh man, thank you for freeing her, now we can get married and everything. So that set off a huge bit of rage inside of Pullo, and he killed the other guy, and he was kicked out of the house of Vorenus because he killed a slave inside the house of Vorenus, which was very disrespectful, of course. And even Vorenus' kids were there. They witnessed everything, so that was pretty horrible. And for now, it seems like it's the end of the friendship, which I don't hope, because their friendship, their connection was like the foundation of the show in the first couple of episodes, and they're a great duo together. So I hope that they reconcile and get to become friends again. But yeah, we have to wait and see. I don't know what's going to happen. What the only thing I know is that we're going to eventually steer towards Caesar assassination, which is going to be pretty brutal to see. Probably he was stabbed, countless times. I think it's even written down how many times he was stabbed, and it was a lot. But yeah, that's the only thing that I can think of. I don't know what's going to happen to Vorenus. I don't know what's going to happen to Pullo, of course, because they are real characters. They did exist, but not in the manner that we see here on the show. Also, I have no idea what's going to happen to Attia. I've read about her as being the niece of Julius Caesar, but I don't know a whole lot about her, about the real Attia. So I don't know what's going to happen in that department. Of course, we know that nothing's going to happen to Octavian because he's becoming the Emperor Augustus that we just talked about. His sister, I don't know what's going to happen in that department. They had sex. She's pretty much under the spell of Servilia. So that's probably some things that are going to happen between Attia and Servilia as well. Because, Attia found out that Servilia was behind Octavia having sex with her brother, and, they attacked Servilia in the street, cut off her hair. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen there. Servilia was getting on my nerves a little bit because she was, she's so hateful, and I can understand that she's hurt because she was dumped by Caesar, but he didn't dump her out of that he didn't love her anymore or anything. He just needed his wife's family, his wife's support, so he had to get rid of her. It's painful, but if you really look at it, you can understand why he did it. But yeah, she's so vengeful, she's so hateful. It's consuming her now. It's brought nothing but bad things to her. But she even drew, in the previous episode, she drew up a pamphlet attacking Caesar, and she put her son's name under it. And he was shocked as well. Well, man, why do you do this? You put my name under it. It's pretty dangerous. I can get killed for this. So yeah, she's really taking it too far. She's getting on my nerve a little bit. Brutus even said, let's get out of the city. Let's go somewhere on the countryside, start your life there, live there, get away from Caesar. But she's not. She's hell-bent on revenge. And we're going to probably see some more about that. So she's probably going to annoy me some more. But I think that's about it. I talked long enough, maybe too long for some people. And that's why I always put cuts in it. You can click right to the reaction if you don't want to see this intro. But let's just dive into the episode and see what's going to happen. I'm very excited to see. So this is Rome, Season 1, Episode 11. Let's go. Was that Pullo? I think so. Yeah, that's what we saw in the previous episode as well, that Pullo was approached by that one mob kind of guy. So I'm thinking that he's working for him now as an enforcer, as an assassination guy. They rob you as you lay dying.
I'm a magistrate, not king of Asia.
Give one to your sister. Give one to your sister.
Oh, it's good to see Eirene is still there. She is freed after all, so she could leave, but yeah, where is she going to go? Maybe back home, but I guess she doesn't want to. She sticks around.
Roman citizens that need and deserve respect and get drenched in piss instead. There's not a drop left. I mean, how am I to make cloth without piss? How am I?
Vorenus is pretty bored with all this little stuff that he has to tend to. Yeah, that's the position that he has now.
What brings you here, Mascius?
Well, just seeing how you do, which is good, looks like.
Yeah, he wants something from him, otherwise he wouldn't have come.
You and Pullo were like castrum pollux.
Pullo's dead to me.
Dead to him. Holy crap. Yeah, no idea how that's gonna we mend that back together, that friendship.
We want land in Italy.
Caesar will give all veterans land when he can, as he promised he would, but not in Italy.
Caesar gave you land in Italy.
Yeah, the guy comes across as a little bit resentful. Doesn't feel maybe treated fairly. Gotta pay attention, man. They steal everything from you. Yeah, doing drugs. Crap, man. He's really fell into the gutter.
Not here. This is a respectable place for decent citizens.
Why would you work for that guy? Come on, man. Yeah, he needs an income. But yeah, when he gets an income, he drinks it away, he uses drugs, go to hookers, money gone.
And to all loyal veterans, I shall give good lands in Pannonia. Good, fertile bottomlands.
Pannonia.
Where is that? Is that in Italy?
Can he sway them either way?
Well, he can sway the 10th men, and what the 10th men do will sway other legions.
Make him a personal offer, then.
To what limit?
You be judge of that.
So he's buying his loyalty back.
I don't think my back could take another of Cicero's eulogies.
He praises you so long and high, one might think he was being sincere.
Which he's not, of course. He's just kissing up to him.
Husband.
What are these now?
Leased. And at very good rates, too, and don't they look impressive?
More slaves? How many do you need, man? Come on.
Acclaim of the Senate and people! Our beloved father, Gaius Julius Caesar, has been declared dictator for life.
That's what we talked about in the intro. So it's now 44 PC. I have a little time job.
Look at that. It is a chair, what of it?
Chair.
Yeah, more like a throne.
I believe thrones are generally more decorative, that is decidedly plain and chair-like.
Are you blind?
That is true.
I know what Caesar is. I can see. But I have pledged myself his friend.
Probably one of the conspirators of the assassination, trying to recruit Brutus.
He has to die. You know him, you know he'd never accept exile. He has to die.
Yeah, now Brutus, he's really against that, but I wonder what will make him change his mind then. Pullos look better. Holy crap. Thought he was going to be more discreet, more stealth-like. This is not the stealth. This just in plain view of everybody.
Murderer! Murderer! He killed our video!
He's going to kill the old woman now. That was a close call. Almost murdered the old woman. Going crazy. Yeah, this is not something he can keep doing forever. I think he will buckle under pressure.
I don't understand you.
I think you do.
I have been true to my brothers since I first spilled blood. You think I would betray them now for 5,000 denarii?
7 then.
This guy is not to be bribed, probably. He really is out, to support his brothers.
15.
10.
12.
12.
So he can be bought. Yeah, everybody has their price, right? And his price is 12,000 denarii.
Enough to worry about. I will not be fearful of graffiti.
telling you, the scribblers are not wrong. Brutus will betray you.
You seem very sure.
He's right about that.
Somewhere pleasant to help.
It's all one.
So they tell me. I need your help.
Going after Octavia now. Octavia will not be happy with that.
When I find I am wretched without her. I've done my best to sway her, but still she shuns me like a leper.
Oh. He wants to get back together with Attia. That's why he needs Octavia's help.
Her disdain for you is an act. She is entirely infatuated with you.
That is a wicked, foolish lie.
Attia.
Perhaps you would entertain Niobe while I speak with her fortunate husband.
Delighted. Now, tell me.
Don't trust her, man. Don't trust Attia.
This astonishing dress. I did. You didn't. I did.
So?
Acting all nice. Making fun of her behind her back.
Something pleasingly simple about warfare.
Vorenus.
Magistrate Vorenus, if you please. He outranks you now, my boy.
Excuse me, Magistrate Vorenus.
Yeah, there is a hierarchy.
The man he killed was Aufidius Dento, deputy chief of the Kylian Nailmakers Association. Popular man, apparently, and a vocal critic of my leadership. People will suspect I ordered his death.
Yeah, that would be dangerous.
I would lose support of the plebeians.
Perhaps Vorenus and I might be
Nor
able to.
can anyone associated with me help him.
Has he any friends? Who will help him find a lawyer to defend him?
He is guilty.
Nobody. He doesn't have anybody left.
Justice done. Soldiers have to learn they're not above law. I'm sorry, Vorenus. I know he is brother to you, but there is no choice.
I think Vorenus understands, but it still hurts him. You know, even he said that Pullo is dead to him, but still was his best friend. He's waiting for her. He's done with his quarreling. Playing hard to get. But not for long.
What's your case?
Man, name of Titus Pullo.
On your way, Jew.
You don't want the case?
I'd rather suck Pluto's thorny cock.
So, nobody wants the case. I think the man he killed was very beloved, probably.
Anyone?
He needs the money, so we accept it.
Perhaps you needed money to help your sick mother? Or a friend in need? Something like that would help.
I needed money for wine.
That will not help. If you kill somebody for that.
Have you any friends that would speak for you?
Seems a little bit that he doesn't want to be helped, you know? I think he's so miserable, lovesick, lost his friend, lost Eirene, which he never had, but he thought he did. Yeah, I don't think he even cares if he dies or not.
Miles Nigidius.
Who speaks for Titus Pullo?
Pullo is not loved. Yeah, they need like a witness. Yeah, they got the old lady. And I think the old man, they had two guys with him as well.
It's not open to question. We all know he's guilty.
Oh, decided to check it out. They wanted to see.
Hard as adamant, you. Well, you might be wrong, though. Then is the slip between knife and altar.
What?
Pullo's not alone.
They're gonna set him free? His former soldier mates? That would be cool.
When they bring him down off there, we'll go in swinging. Have him away. Call them off. Hey, why?
Do you not understand what is at stake here?
Brother Pullo's life.
Politically. What is at stake politically?
Yeah, he doesn't really care, of course.
It's a worthy cause, then.
Just call them off.
Probably won't do that. I don't think they're gonna kill Titus Pullo.
Do you claim him innocent?
No, I'm simply saying that...
Well, if you do not deny his guilt, then we're done with it. Do you deny his guilt?
No, I do not, sir.
Very well.
No, good defense. Holy crap. Even his own lawyer says he's guilty. So his lawyer did absolutely nothing for him. Yeah, probably he's going to get him killed.
You're the right man for the job.
I can think of a few men less right.
Brutus, you've always underestimated yourself. You might achieve great things if you would but try.
Turning down an appointment from Caesar. He doesn't want to go to Macedonia, of course.
I need your help.
Someone you can trust.
Am I wrong to do so?
You have doubts, do you?
I did not.
Yeah, you're definitely wrong to do so. I'll betray you.
You have never betrayed me.
So why do you not trust me now?
I trust you completely.
So much so that you would send me from Rome to govern Macedonia.
Maybe he does really need him there. Not everything is an attack or a means to get him out of Rome. Maybe he does really need his help in Macedonia.
It is in my legal power to insist that you do go.
As my father.
Is this the reason he's going to turn on him?
Only tyrants need worry about tyrant killers. And you are no tyrant. Haven't you told me so many times?
You may go.
Yeah, this was not good for their relationship. So, yeah, is this the reason that he turns on him? That he betrays him? I don't know. Seems a little petty, but yeah, he was pretty upset about it. Actually gonna kill him? Man, I don't hope so. What would season 2 be without Pullo? Yeah, he needs to change his life around, you know, otherwise they don't really have a point of keeping him around, of course. Oh, but he has to fight. Then he still stands a chance, of course.
Soldier.
Oh, couple at a time. Not one-on-one, but a whole group of them. And it doesn't look like he's going to defend himself.
I just want to die, all right? So come ahead and kill me and be done with it.
Bollocks. Move.
What's wrong with you? Where's your dignity?
Yeah, he lost that a long time ago.
You and the whole 13th. Not but bloody mollies.
Don't talk to the 13th.
No, they offended him. They pissed him off. He's now going to fight. Maybe if he kills all of them, he can become a gladiator. Damn. I'm not going to be able to show that. Holy shit, took his head off. Come on, Pullo, you can do it, man. Oh, more gladiators coming. I think he's going to kill all of them, man. Just killed a fortune worth of gladiators. Holy shit. I don't know who these gladiators belong to, but I think that person doesn't have any gladiators left now. It's also sad to see, man. It's killing Vorenus as well. See his friend like that. Who's that? Some sort of giant or something? Crap. He looks like he's been around. Oh man, get up, defend yourself. Did he just throw away his political career with this move? Is this even allowed? He jumps in there and helps Pullo? I think it will reflect badly on Caesar, right? Now he's free to leave, just like that.
Was expecting you time ago.
If we employ you again, next time, best not use veterans.
Man, Caesar was behind it. Behind the murder. So Pullo almost lost his life because of what Caesar did. Holy shit.
Mother, I owe Caesar no more friendship. I must do my duty.
He's gonna kill him now. I think his mother will be pleased with that. I'm glad that we didn't see a whole lot of her this episode. Just because he was about to be sent to Macedonia, he's gonna kill Caesar. Insane. So, episode number 11 of season 1 of Rome, and once again, a really great episode, and this was actually a really good one. I think it was better than the previous, maybe 1 or 2. A lot of stuff happened as well. We got the ultimate betrayal, not yet the ultimate betrayal, because that would be, of course, Brutus killing Caesar, but yeah, he's turned his back on Caesar. Caesar wanted to get rid of him because of all the graffiti. You know, probably his mother is behind that, also with the letter that she wrote. But Caesar, yeah, he couldn't take any chances. So he, you know, I think Brutus took it personally. He was like, hey man, why did you trust me? I see you as a father. And still you don't trust me. But yeah, Caesar was like, I can't take any chances because he hasn't forgotten what happened in the past. So yeah, I think Brutus really felt betrayed. Now he's turned his back on Caesar, and you know, he's going to go ahead with the plan, killing him. He's told his mother, you know, I don't think, from what I've read, all the historians that I've read about, they don't think Servilia knew about the assassination attempt. She was a real person, she did exist, she was Caesar's mistress, but, you know, they don't think she knew of it. But, yeah, they clearly do show that in the series that she does knows about it. She's even one of the main instigators behind it, or the ones that set it in motion, or at least supports it very heavily. But yeah, so last final episode of the season is going to be the next one, and that's going to be the assassination of Julius Caesar. I'm pretty sure of it now. You know, the main tragic thing about this episode is, of course, Titus Pullo. I think a lot of the episode was about him. And, you know, his fall from grace, he's really hit an all-time low. You know, he's very hurt with what happened between him and Eirene. She turned him down, basically. He killed her lover. He feels bad about it, that he hurt her. Not physically, but emotionally, of course. He doesn't really care. He drinks a lot of wine, uses drugs, he goes to hookers, kills people for a living, and he's really, yeah, like I said, hit an all-time low. Went out and killed a guy again. He said, I'm going to be very stealthy about it, which he was anything but stealthy. He just killed him out in the street, out in public, and he was sentenced to fight in the arena against a couple of gladiators, and he managed to kill them all. And then they brought in like a real seasoned veteran gladiator from the looks of it. He was very scarred up, and yeah, then Lucius Vorenus jumped in and he helped him, killed the gladiator. I don't, you know, like I said in the reaction, is that even allowed? You know, he was not on trial. He was not the one that has to fight in the arena, and he now killed a gladiator. So it's going to probably have some repercussions. Also because Caesar doesn't want to be associated with Pullo anymore, because he doesn't want the public to think or know that he is behind the murder, which he is. We saw that later in the episode as well. But, you know, he has to deny every involvement. And, you know, Vorenus stepping in as a magistrate under Caesar, rescuing a murderer of a political adversary of Caesar. You know, that's not good for Caesar. So, you know, maybe Vorenus is going to be fired from his job or from his position before Caesar gets assassinated. I think so. Yeah, there's going to be some repercussions. It has to be. You know, when we're going to see the assassination, it's going to be right at the beginning of the episode, probably maybe halfway there or towards the end. So there's enough room in the episode to have stuff like that play out. So it's going to have some repercussions for Vorenus. And what is he going to do after that? Let's say that he's fired, that he's not a magistrate anymore. What's he going to do? He's going to become a butcher again? I don't know. So yeah, a lot of stuff to look forward to. A lot of stuff that, yeah, I want to know how to wrap it up now. You know, maybe I'm just going to dive in and do the next episode as well, because yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat right now. And so that, well, yeah, that was the basic plot of this episode. I don't think a whole lot of other stuff happened. Yeah, Octavian tried to step in and have Pullo rescued, and then Caesar said, yeah, I couldn't get involved, of course. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. So yeah, I think we can get the recap a little bit short now. We don't have to talk at length all the time, so I would like to continue the discussion in the comments. So yeah, drop your comments. Tell me what you thought about this episode, about what happened to Pullo. Also, maybe what you think is going to have some ramifications going forward for Vorenus. You know, if you're watching this reaction, you've probably seen the entire series, so you know what's going to happen. So don't spoil it for me. But yeah, we can talk about it and see what happens. And yeah, I want to get your insights and about the true history as well, about Brutus's betrayal and what he's going to do. Do you think? For me, it seemed a little bit like, you know, that's not enough reason to betray somebody. But I think he was really hurt in his pride that he gave everything to Caesar after he said sorry. He you know, surrendered himself to him, and in his mind, he's done everything to try and gain Caesar's trust again, and then he gets shut out, and he wants to be. Caesar wants him to go to Macedonia to basically get rid of him, get him out of the city. So yeah, he's gonna feels really betrayed, but you know, also he has to see Caesar's point of view, of course, as well. But you know, that's the problem with a lot of people; they can't really, you know, try to think as the other person. They only think about themselves and how they feel. So that's a little bit difficult, of course. But yeah, drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. And we're going to wrap it up now. I'm going to keep this short. And next episode is going to be the season finale. So I hope you will join me again for that. And if you're just here for one episode, that's also, of course, highly appreciated. But yeah, I would love if you come back and check out with the rest of the season and season 2 with me as well. So yeah, thanks for now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.